start the recording. Thank you to be here. We are here in St. Petersburg in the Imaging Cup conference, and I talk with Kurt Stack, who is one of the Microsoft boss, and we would like to talk about this Imaging Cup movement and about the Microsoft. And the inside their blog's main topic is the Hungarian ecosystem development. How does the Microsoft support and develop the startup scheme?
So Microsoft has, for a number of years, I think since 2008, run a global program called BizSpark,
yes.
Which we provide access to tools and primarily development tools, but also software applications to help startups run their businesses. So we're providing easy access to tools and training and skilling for startups to do software development, but also to run their business on Microsoft technologies. Things like Microsoft Office are technologies and products that we provide free to startups who are part of the program to help them run their business and get them started early in their processes.
Yes, it's great. And I would like to know some answers about your mission in this topic, because this year more than 25,000 students participated in the preliminary rounds in their countries on this competition. I think that your event may be the biggest competition for young entrepreneurs. Is it true or not?
Yes, we do believe it's the world's largest event of its kind in terms of providing a student application or software application development process.
Yes.
And so we do believe it's grown by 75% this year.
Oh.
And we think it's continuing to show strong growth and strength and engagement with students around the world. We have participation in some 140 countries around the world.
Huge number.
So I don't know that I can say if it's absolutely the world's largest, but we know it is certainly one of the largest and one of the most expansive. And this year we're really happy with the development and the expansion of what we've been doing. Traditionally, it's been very focusing on two primary categories in what we call citizenship,
yes.
And gaming. And this year we opened up a broad category called innovation.
Yeah.
And that was because students were asking for a category that was a little bit broader in definition that allowed them to bring some different ideas that weren't necessarily tied to either gaming or world citizenship.
Yes.
And so I think that's actually introduced and brought more students into the program and drove in more interest in the program is by opening up that third category. And I think the reason I believe that is true is because so many young developers and entrepreneurs are interested in software development, but they're not necessarily interested in developing for a world citizenship issue or for gaming. They're looking at a broader opportunity. And so people who are thinking about doing software development are now thinking about moving from software development into business development. And so to your point about what your blog is focused in on, a lot of these students are looking at the opportunities created by the development of technology and how it's changed over the last 4 or 5 years as creating real business opportunity for them.
Yeah, and is it a new target audience for you, this world citizenships impact category, or that's only a mission topic? What does it mean for your business?
The world citizenship one?
Yes.
It's really, it's not a business focus for us. It's just one of the categories that we've partnered with countries around the world. And when we work with the governments in different places, they've always been very focused on having students do development projects to help them locally think about how can they better their own civilizations and societies through software development. So we've always been partnered with governments around world citizenship types of projects. But students have overwhelmingly come to us and said, but we want to actually develop some of this stuff on our own. And so the new innovation category has allowed us to open up and address and I think attract more students who are interested in creating business opportunities for themselves into the Imaging Cup program.
Oh, it's very great.
Yes.
I congratulate about it because this new topic is the future topic, I think, for the startup too. Because in Hungarian startup ecosystem and in East European ecosystem, we learn about the impact categories. So the world citizenships and innovations is a kind of new technology, not technology of thinking maybe.
Yeah.
So it's very great that the Microsoft, like a technical company or a high-tech company, choose this kind of new topics.
Yeah, one of the things we've done in Imaging Cup this year is to make sure that in helping those students think about how do they take their software technology projects to businesses. We're providing training here at Imaging Cup in terms of how do you write a good business plan.
Yeah.
How do you think about venture capital and going out and getting funding? And so there's actually a curriculum based here, besides just software development skills. We're actually teaching real business skills here as part of what we're doing with the Magic Cup now. And we'll continue to build on that. This is the first year we've ever done that. We're going to continue to build on that as part of what we're doing with the Magic Cup. And that, we think, is going to create tighter ties to what we do in the startup world and how we support them through programs like BizSpark. But even more importantly, from a funding perspective, Microsoft is getting more involved in working with local accelerators, as well as our own accelerators around the world.
What kind of accelerator? What was the most famous in your partnership?
Well, one of the ones we've had a strong relationship with in the U.S. is Startup America.
Startup America.
Yeah, Startup America has been a very strong relationship with us. In fact, we're renewing that partnership and continuing to grow it. But we're partnering with accelerators around the world in local cities across the United States, but also major cities around the world. I think Microsoft itself will be starting up 9 accelerators itself and funding through Microsoft throughout this coming year. So we'll be doing that. But in places where we don't have our own accelerators, we're going to continue to partner deeply with the existing accelerator communities out there.
Is it approximately the same than the Google program? The name is Google Entrepreneurship, or that's...
we just released it, and in fact, I don't have the press briefings here, but it's called Microsoft Ventures. We just talked about it last week at our Build conference, where we're doing the development of our 9 accelerators around the world, and then continue to build our partnership with other accelerators.
And this 9 accelerator where will build which territory? In Europe, in Asia?
I think there's New York. I think there's one in Israel. I believe there's one in Paris. I believe there's one in London. I don't know that we've targeted Central and Eastern Europe yet, but we will probably grow there at some point.
Later.
But I don't think there's one there yet. I think there's one in Tokyo. But we can get you the specific press clippings on that to get you the details.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a very interesting topic for us in the startups.
I think we can follow up and get into Microsoft Ventures release.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Would you like to make some follow-up steps, the best finalists? For example, have you any investment program or spin-off projects? Before you talk some about it, and how do you get inspiration, and how do you use the best ideas and idea owners in your global business?
Well, one of the things that is specific to Magic Cup is none of the IP that's developed as part of the program here is owned by Microsoft. And so we don't in any way control any of the IP created by the students. That's owned either by the students or the faculty who are involved. And so we don't take any specific ownership over those projects. We do invest money, and the prize money is about actually taking those ideas and creating opportunities for those students to actually take those and turn them into real business opportunities. So we want to provide them opportunities. If we identify some of those as being strong potential candidates we would want to invest in further, we would then pull that into our startup programs, either through BizSpark or through our Ventures program.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and congratulate for the Imagine Cup.
Thank you very much, Sal.
Thank you.